Hi everyone, welcome to Into the Blue Channeling with myself, Sarah Evans, and welcoming back all the people that have been here for many, many months or years, and also welcoming the new people. Hello. I'll just briefly introduce myself because when we started this, Laurie and I started this together back in 2024, and at that time we felt some reservation, some fear around doing this work publicly. And so we actually did a cloak of protection and intended that this would only be seen by those that are the most aligned viewers, right? And that was lovely, and that was so helpful for a time. But increasingly, I'm feeling like more people should receive this content, right? And so I'm easing that intention and inviting in a much larger audience. It's been over 2 years. Clearly, the cat's out of the bag. But I'm Sarah Evans. I'm based in Sheffield, UK, and I started as a yoga teacher and evolved into meditation guide, and then became a Akashic Records reader, and now I'm also a Reiki master. But basically, in this podcast, I channel the Pleiadian Group of 9, who are a group of multidimensional beings found in the Pleiades, or the Seven Sisters, as it's commonly known. And they bring forth such beautiful messages of love, compassion, and care for all of humanity to receive. So, whether this sounds unusual to you or whether you are all in and ready, I look forward to seeing what you think. Please comment below and like and subscribe if you're new to this channel. I will say as well, this week I have definitely been a bit up in the feels. As an empathetic person, as energy sensitive, as a psychic person, this week has felt a little intense and teary. And I think knowing what's ahead for the rest of this year and the fire horse gallop or stamp. I'm just kind of, yeah, I feel a lot of empathy for everybody, whatever you are going through or dealing with. And I'm personally also looking forward to this message for a bit of an uplift. The Pleiadians are lovely with seeing things from a new perspective, are they not? So a couple of announcements before we get started. Oh, by the way, when I was getting ready to record, I looked at the clock and it said 11:11, and I was like, "Yeah, clocking your angel numbers, clocking you new viewers, new beginnings." And then I just looked now and it says 11:23, so 1, 2, 3, which are my main angel numbers for let's go. It's kind of encouragement, forward momentum. So a couple of announcements before we get started. Number one, I am celebrating on the 13th of June, which is Saturday. I am celebrating 1 full calendar year of doing this healing spiritual work full time. I was released from my day job 1 year ago on the 13th of June. And so I'm celebrating that with lots of lovely, like deep discounts, lots of offerings for all of my loyal viewers and clients. And so if you love what I do, and if you're not currently on my email mailing list, run, don't walk, get on that mailing list. The link is below, but I'm going to be sending out information on Saturday, the 13th of June, about all the ways that you can work with me at a deeply discounted price for one day only in celebration of all that I'm doing and all I'm hoping to achieve, and the universe encouraging me on with this work. So thank you in advance for celebrating with me. Additionally, do not sleep on the private membership content for Into the Blue Channeling. So it's due now. So there's actually 20 private members' videos that are sitting there ready for you to enjoy and watch. The private membership content has a channeled message per month. It also has a guided meditation per month and a Reiki healing per month. And these allow me to privately get into some really intense topics that I don't feel comfortable with sharing completely publicly. For example, in this month's transmission, we are inviting in again Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, and also Mother Mary is coming through. And what they are saying is so off the charts. Like, you do not want to miss what they've got to say. Just telling you now, it's mind-blowing. It's wonderful. And yeah, for that video alone, it's well worth. It's a really for 20 plus videos. We're talking about it's £22.22 a month in pound sterling, or $28.88 a month in USD. And you, by all means, you can subscribe for 1 month, smash those 20 videos, and then cancel the subscription, right? Like, I mean, obviously that's not what subscriptions are there for, but that is an opportunity. So yeah, so run, don't walk to sign up for the private membership content. It's it's always thrilling to do this work. I feel like I had something else I wanted to tell you, but poof, it's gone. If I remember, I'll tell you at the end of this session. So I'm going to climb into my Akashic records now, and I channel the Pleiadians via the Akashic records. So once the little audio has played, I'll be in my Akashic records. And if you feel energetically different, this is the reason why. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. You feel the difference, right? It feels different. In fact, I'm getting really hot. Let me take this off. So I can channel with my eyes open or closed, by the way, but I often close my eyes because it just allows me to get deeper into the connection and focus, okay? So that's what I do that for. And I please speak to the Pleiadian group of 9 now. They're saying greetings and welcome back. They wish so much love and care out to all of those people who are listening, people who are friends of the people that are listening, and people that you walk past and resonate off this energy. It is a ripple effect, and we are so glad and honored to be giving this transmission today. In many ways, we wish for you to enjoy the month of June 2026, because things are going to be more intense from July onwards. By which we mean that new earth, the shift, is launching and pushing through. Our messages over the last 2 years have reflected upon this, but now is the time. Now is the action point. And in many ways, June 2026 is the last month of life as you know it. We do not say this to be alarming. Instead, we say this because we wish to prepare you, but also we wish to excite and amaze you. We wish for you to come through this time in wonder at the spectacle of it all. It is no surprise and by no accident that you are incarnated into this lifetime for this moment of time. And it isn't by accident that you have found this transmission and you're listening to us now. It is all part of the bigger picture and for the greater good of all. And by all, we mean all of humanity, all of the inhabitants of Gaia, Mother Earth, and Gaia herself, and all of your solar system, including your sun and beyond. It is for the good of all. So we hope for you to enjoy this summer, the last summer of old Earth, as it were. There was a transmission that Sarah received via a Reiki healing with another entity, but we wish to repeat it because it is a good metaphor. So she received this message that this summer is like summer between graduating high school and starting university. It is like feels that excitement, that exhilaration, that last summer of life as you know it, where you feel both excited for what is to come, but also a little apprehensive, right? Because you know that you're on the threshold of some major changes. So this June, we urge you to feel yourself in that experience, whether you attended college or not. I think we can see that most of you here at least finished high school and have had this threshold liminal experience before of being a little free, a little exhilarated, but also a little unsure about what is to come. Okay. So please enjoy it. Enjoy the sun. Enjoy whatever it is that you love most. We see people playing tennis. We see people painting. We see people dancing with their children. We see people swimming. We see people out in nature. We also see many people who are in the southern hemisphere, and we do not ignore you guys. In the southern hemisphere, you are in winter. And the same is true. The same is true. It's still a threshold moment, whether you're enjoying summer or whether you're enjoying winter. And we see ice skating. We see gathering around the fireplace with family and friends. We see nourishing meals. Enjoy this last remaining month before we hit the accelerator button. Also, Sarah expressed, and we can confirm, that the rest of this fire horse year in the lunar astrology calendar is going to have some major events, some major incidents. The 4th of July stands out as being a very important and pivotal day. We also would like to share with you to prepare for El Niño, particularly hot ocean. Gaia is also bubbling in this fire, and the oceans are heated and stormy and full of power and potent energy. Additionally, and we have already said that there is much seismic activity in the future months ahead, and anyone living in a seismic active zone, please ensure that your plans are ready, that you have plenty of drinking water, snacks, torches, candles, batteries, medicines, and the like. Now let's take a step back because this sounds scary and our transmissions are never to be scary. Let's step back and see it for what it is. Birthing a new world can be a little uncomfortable, can it not? Heating up the flames of change, of revolution, is also potent, but can be dangerous and uncomfortable. And we hold great compassion for all those around your globe who experience hardships this year and beyond, and particularly for those that are not yet spiritually awakened, because truly, without the perspective of from the awakening experience, the connection to all that is, this can be a particularly frightening time. But at the same time, as we have said as well, the awakening, the great awakening, is in full swing, and so many people are becoming aware every day. We welcome those that maybe have found this video and are in that camp. Welcome. Welcome. Rather, we see it from our perspective. We can see outside of time. The Pleiadians and many in dimensions higher than yours are outside of space and time as you know it on planet Earth. But this truly is the way of things. When you are incarnated on planet Earth, you are placed in this linear cage, this time machine with a forward momentum. Whereas in reality, in all that is, time is playing out past, present, and future concurrently and all together. We're reminded of that movie title, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. So we see it from this perspective, outside of time. And from this perspective, outside of time, all we can do is be thrilled by this moment. Your future on planet Earth is so bright. And many of you are already stepping into that experience of fifth dimensional consciousness, where all is love and all is enfolding imperfection. Sarah, who is telling this message, is like, really? Perfection? Is that what you want to call it? Doesn't feel very perfect to us. So we can define this further for you. For your highest good or better, and for the greatest good of all, action or the word perfect doesn't quite operate exactly the same as in the human mental body. In the human mental body, in your consciousness, in your late capitalist experiences, you have been conditioned that perfection is always success. It's always the biggest, the most. It's always the most perfect health, the most perfect amount of abundance. And whilst, yes, you can hold these things, for us, perfection also covers the full range of experiences and emotions within it. And we see the perfection of the earthly experience with all of its density, with all of its darkness, with all of its denser emotions, as perfect expressions of all that is. Thank you so much for listening, and we will take audience questions. Okay. I actually wrote down the audience questions today. Look at me. I'm on it. Okay, so I have a questioner has said, what do the Pleiadians have to say about intoxicating substances like alcohol and drugs? Are these in alignment with a spiritual path? Asking the Pleiadians about their perspective on intoxicating substances. Thank you for this question. We are happy to receive it. And in fact, it does link quite well to our expression of perfection and the denser experiences within planet Earth that we were just talking about. But as though we would like to say that some of this category is a personal experience and for the individual to choose and decide. What we would urge you to consider is how do intoxicating substances, whatever they might be for you, how do they feel within your body? When you take one of these substances, are you uplifted? Are you opened up to more? Or are you pushed down and living in greater containment where your clair abilities are silenced and stilled? This is the answer to your question. And it's individual to everyone. But if you find any substances or any activities that are limiting you, that are reducing your experience of the world and of joy and of all that is, then that is not in spiritual alignment for you. We want to say this quite clearly because it is individual, and there are a range of substances which are known to humans as plant medicines that may be therapeutically beneficial. Thank you for this question. Okay. And next question. I have many aches and physical ascension symptoms this week. Could I ask whether I'm doing something wrong, or is this all a part of the process? I could have written this, by the way. I really didn't. They were asking about physical ascension symptoms lately. Is this something wrong, or is it a part of the process? We, the Pleiadians, we see and honor your experiences. And for many of you who are energy sensitive, you are feeling so much right now. Some of you are incarnated beings from other dimensions, from the angelic realm, from other galaxies, far away from planet Earth. And so, of course, your experience in a body, in a physical reality, will be very challenging at times. You're absolutely not doing anything wrong at all. Rather, you're feeling much of this rebirthing process. However, we would like to provide you with some tips to assist. Firstly, water is your friend. Drink plenty of water, be well hydrated, have long baths and showers. Allow the water, ask the water to cleanse you and protect you energetically, to clear away everything that's not of your frequency, that's not yours to hold, and let it fall away. We see that you're a deeply empathetic person, and that is both beautiful, but it also can be problematic, can it not? You don't need to be a sponge for all emotions of everyone around you. So we invite you to call your energy back to you, to focus on your own self and question whether the sensation, the emotion you experience, is it yours or is it something else? And if it is not yours, it is not yours to hold. Things will get easier with time. You're on an elevated path and we wish you well. Okay, and lastly, actually, I talked about this at the start of this video. So, audience question, I've been called into channeling myself and I'm working through fears around it, how to overcome this and move more into this space. Okay, so someone's asking about opening to channeling and moving beyond fear around this. We, the Pleiadians, would like to know, where is this fear originating? What is this fear made of? What do you fear? What is the worst outcome possible in channeling? Maybe you fear receiving the message incorrectly, not being a clear channel. Maybe you fear being misunderstood or it reaching the wrong audience. Or maybe your fears are more of a spiritual nature, about being more bright and more accessible to all entities, and inviting in entities not in alignment. First of all, we hold you in our compassion, and we want you to know that fears are simply thoughts. Fears are just thoughts. And you can hold on to a thought, you can hold on to a fear, and you can co-create that reality and make it true. Or you can acknowledge that it's simply thought patterns, thought forms, and let them float away like clouds in a blue sky. Many, many people are going to be stepping into an alignment with channeling work of all varieties, shapes, and sizes. There is no one size fits all. And so something that you're seeing here on YouTube might be quite different to the offering that you create. This is in alignment with you and it is part of your trajectory. And we just open you to consider what these fears are and release them one by one. There's some limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs can be a bit of a bugbear and a problem, but you can overcome it. A great way to overcome limiting beliefs is actually through energy healing. Work on that solar plexus. It will strengthen and support you better. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much, guys. The PD knife coming through and going on to what washing. I remembered what I was going to say and then I forgot it again. Oh yes, upcoming classes. So of course you are signing up for my email list and will receive the discount codes. But I do have some upcoming classes. I have a remote Reiki on learnitlive.com. That is next Thursday. And I also am very excited to be presenting a yogic breathwork course. It's a 4-week course working on pranayama and connecting the breath with heart coherence, with connecting your heart-centeredness in coherence with your mental body. Right, and it's going to be a wonderful 4-week journey. Obviously, I'm channeling the content via the Akashic Records. And so each class in the 4-week class are hour-long classes, and in each class, I'm going to be presenting 2 breathwork techniques and guided meditations, and also some webinar, seminar style content talking about the issues surrounding all of this. So if you feel like, if sometimes you struggle to take a deep breath, if you feel like you're holding your breath, if you feel like you're just kind of like, not sure, not feeling good about things, if you feel like you wish you were a little bit more heart-centered, heart-led, then this program is going to blow you right out of the water and be truly transformational for you. I hope to see you there. Also, into the blue membership. I forgot to say as well, the private members receive 10% off all of my courses and classes online, and 20% off my private one-to-one Akashic Records readings and Reiki sessions. So yeah. So please tell your friends. I am ready and willing for this to reach many, many more people. So if you have a healing group of aligned souls, please just send them the YouTube link. Ask them to subscribe. Ask them to check out one video and see if it feels good in their body, right? If you have, a spiritual WhatsApp community, or if you have, on Patreon, if you have any communities that may benefit from receiving this content. I know that this content is important. I know this work is worthy of getting out to more people, and I'm stepping into feeling a lot more comfortable with it doing so. So please, I would love to see these subscriber numbers boom, boom. And I would love to see you signing up to the Blue membership. Okay, over and out for now. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to Into the Blue channeling. Please do like and subscribe to receive about our upcoming episodes. For further information, including how to submit your own question for Pleiadians, find us on social media at Into the Blue channeling. See you next time.